You may have noticed in my previous short, the linked video, I am not quite infinite yet for the season, but I have been playing a ton with this Project Pegasus deck, and I'm getting pretty close because I'm just having so much fun that I keep playing. And this game was particularly nice because I'm not really doing anything. I drew Sunspot on the final turn of the game, so I wasn't putting up too much of a fight. My opponent doesn't think I'm going to be able to come back. Unfortunately, I snapped a little bit late right there, but I am still going to be able to overtake my opponent in the leftmost location just by playing Marvel Snap. And then in the right location, I'm going to have a Sunspot that gains 100 power at the end of this turn, which is pretty sweet. I wanted to share two other pretty sweet victories that I've had with this deck and show that I am almost at infinite now, just playing with this deck a whole bunch. This game, I think, really illustrates a point that I meant to bring up in the previous short, which is that without Shang-Chi and without Killmonger, there's really no way to stop this deck. My opponent has a Kang, which is a Valkyrie, which temporarily resets my sunspots, but then they get another 20 power at the end of the turn, and I'm able to grab the win. And this game I thought was really fun because I have the turn 1 Legion into Project Pegasus. Of course, the only thing that I'm missing is Sunspot. And I should note the current card, Jim Hammond, is kind of like another Sunspot. So if you want to make the deck a little more consistent, you could also buy Jim Hammond, but I don't think that you have to. What you do have to do, though, if you don't have Sunspot, is you have to keep legioning. And it feels very silly, but you want to, whenever you draw Sunspot, be able to take advantage of it, and you want to keep generating more energy so that way you can keep actually playing your cards because everything in this deck is super expensive. So turn 2, I wind up Arnim Zola-ing these legions. Turn 3, I set up with a Symbiote Spider-Man, so that way on turn 4, I can play a Prodigy into Arnim Zola, and that will hit either in Arnim Zola, or it will just hit the Symbiote Spider-Man, so that way I can activate those and grab some more Legion activations later. Then I Moon Girl, which grabs me a copy of Sunspot for the final turn, and I do mess up the sequencing here a little bit. I should have activated Symbiote Spider-Man before I flipped over my Sunspots, but it's still enough with one Symbiote Spider-Man Legion activation that I'm basically dropping 20 power on the final turn and still playing reasonable cards on the other turns.